Right, hello, it's your boy Titanic_198 bringing you a brand new series. Today we are going to be starting a career mode in Motorsport Manager, and we are going to be doing a vanilla save. As you can see, I don't have any of my mods turned on, so just going to do medium. We're obviously going to be called Levi Titanic. For the career mode, obviously we'll put my actual birthday in, just like 10 years early. And we are going to be an ex-driver. That's what our Don's going to be looking like. So we're going to choose a team to manage. We're going to start in the European Racing Series. And I think there's like 10 teams to choose from. So we'll pick one now, obviously. We can pick one that's supposed to finish high. Or we'll go for a mid-table one, I'm feeling. A mid-table one, or even the Archer BMR, or one with low pressure. I feel like Octane might be the best to go for. Or Archer BMR. Octane have a significantly higher budget. I believe they do actually have like the third highest in the series. So we are... Actually, we're going to go for Vexala. We're going to go for Vexala. We're going to manage Vexala for our first season. So I'll see you guys when we're managing them, I suppose. So here we are. We're now a member of the team. We've got some sponsorships to choose. We're going to take on Jet Airways with a just under 100,000 bonus for a race weekend. We're going to take Maxwell's on. And we're also going to take Carn Blanco on, which gives a decent amount of money to put towards development of the car. Here's our pit crew. We've got a very strong looking pit crew actually. Possibly replace this tyre member. They need good fixing, which is what we'll do is we'll swap those two around. And yeah, we'll allow that to just stay as is. So we've got a rather good pit crew. Gonna have to select a target. Where do we start? We start 9th, obviously that's because of the name. Where does the chairman suggest us finish? He's not finished. He's not decided. So we are gonna go for. We're gonna go for 5th, which is where the chairman thinks we'll finish. So first thing we're going to want to do is improve our braking, especially before Russia, because Russia, actually I don't think this variation of Russia does need braking, but it will for Milan and we'll need it for a couple of other circuits. It's also the cheapest thing to do, but we've got to actually, if we do gearbox, we could, no, we won't have enough time, but we'll start with the gearbox. We'll have a 1010. Spend 1.1 million just straight away. We'll have a little look at the team. We could do with replacing the lead designer, which is the main thing I see. I feel like the lead designer is all we need to replace, so we're going to have a little look. We're going to have a look at free agents. And there isn't really any good free agents right now. Or any. Theo Fraser seems like they are the most balanced. So we are actually going to go for Theo Fraser. We're going to approach. Fairly important, so we are going to offer you 56 per race, a long contract. And we'll offer you 90k signing bonus. So we'll have a look on the calendar. I will see you guys when that contract proposal gets seen to. So now the contract has been sent through. And we are going back to the negotiation table. We're going to offer 84,999 per race with a 120k signing bonus. So hopefully Theo accepts this one. And I'll see you guys on the 12th of March for when we get our gearbox sorted. Actually, we've got an interview with Channel 6. I know it's not a best in the RS, but I'm aiming to plant down some solid foundations. I'm going to say I've inherited 2 great drivers just to make them happy. 5th prediction seems fair, but I'm hoping to surprise you. Just try and make the drivers like me as much as possible, I suppose. But yeah, now we are going to wait until we get the contract sorted. So now Theo has accepted the contract. So we are going to sign the new lead designer over Nico. For a bit more expensive than Nico. But something I'm willing to do to get the most out of the car. So we have now got a gearbox, which we're going to actually compare the drivers first. Compare drivers. Okay, so she currently blows us away with skill. As braking's better, cornering's better. He's more smooth. He's worse overtaking, more consistent, more adaptable, better fitness, better feedback, and more focus. So we are gonna give the thing to him. He's also the contracted #1 driver, which is something I did not notice. So he is entitled to the new gearbox. Obviously, we're going to give Merger the second gearbox. So I'm going to get as much knowledge onto that before the race as possible. So I'll see you guys for practice session. Or maybe just for practice results. Likely just for practice results, and then I'll see you for the race. A new sponsor just for the race. 2nd or above. We're not going to be able to get the bonus, so actually I think I am just going to let that offer sit there until we get a better one. Because that is also for... it's only for 3 races. But we could get a better one after this race. So we are going to pick the 16th or above, as I feel like that's roughly where we'll be. And I'll see you guys for the practice results. So after FP1 and the only 3 practice sessions before the race, we tried to get some dry running done. We ran dry for the entire session, but we didn't get much tyre knowledge done. But we got a decent bit on the inters, as we went just under a 10th fastest on track, which could mean we're in for a good race. But I suppose the only way to see is find out. So I'll see you guys for the pre-race prep. Now here we are. I've just put race trim on both. We didn't even get tyre knowledge unlocked. It was a very bad session for learning the setups also. So they want a higher, more top speed. We can soften that suspension a bit, and they want significantly lower downforce, but not that much lower. So we'll run. I think we just run base. That should do well enough for Antov in his home GP. Starting 5th due to the random grid assortment that they do in this division. There we go, that'll do. It's a 30 lap race, so we'll do super soft, super soft. See, 12 laps of fuel is the most the tank can fill. So maybe it's just faster to just do multiple stops on the supers. Actually, significantly lower that. Want to do significantly lower downforce. Possibly just base might work. We're just going to go for base actually. I'm going to run base downforce. Miles shorter. Thing is, if we can, that'll do. I feel like that's going to be... That's going to... No, why would I do that? Why would I do that? Feck. Get them to roughly the centres, then we can decide what we're going to do. Now that should maybe lengthen them slightly. Shorten that to 56, that should do. So we're just going to do soft. We're just going to do bunches. Actually, you know what? We'll start you on softs. So you get a bit more to wear down at. You're going to attack. You're going to just put high fuel burn. So hopefully we will be able to go. Let's go. We've selected every single session bonus we can. Even though mediums aren't available, which seems a bit stupid. But yeah, we're going to go to the race. And let's hopefully get some good points. Here we are. we line up on the grid. We're going to be running in X12 for a lot of it, just to experience speed, I suppose, is one way to put it. Obviously, we'll have to manage tyres and whatnot in short bursts of notice. But I'm sort of good at the game. I'm really bad. It's just about managing temperatures and managing the tyre wear. Right now, these tyres have 3 to 5 laps left. And I'm just going to check my phone quickly because I've got something downloaded on the tyre drop-offs. And because these are supers, they'll last to 15%, so probably about 4 more laps on them. Whereas these softs, 5 to 7 laps lasts to 10%, so probably about 6 laps left, so about lap 10. Which is obviously rather good. It's a cold circuit. We're going to show the issues with tyre heating. Well, I might just double push the car. If we single push the car and box him in this lap for another set of these, the fuel should go the distance for the first 2 stints. Add like 7 laps to that. It's going to be a long race with many stops, but we get that stop done as quickly as possible. That's going to give us 2 seconds. Now Van Anen in 10th, with worn tyres, not optimal, but they go down to 10%, so we'll just keep an eye on these. And obviously we're going to have to pit them in and also add some fuel. We're going to box them this lap. We're going to go for another set of softs, fill the car up, and get them out of the garage as soon as possible. Oh my god, we've pushed through these tyres way too quick with Antonov. They've only got a lap or so left. She's actually rather good because of the fuel status. But, box him in this lap. And we can just do 2 stints of softs until the end. And I'm probably going to skip ahead a lot now, but I might not. You'll find out, won't you? 12-second stop with a refuel. But we're currently on good points. We're on course to start the season in 5th, which is a very good place to be. We can just push momentarily. Obviously, the rain's coming soon, actually. The rain's coming soon, so just full push, both of yous. And whoever's lower down can pit first. You can pit first for inters. And the inters will not go the distance. Actually, we'll not pit you first. We'll pit once we see other drivers pitting. We'll pit this lap. Antonov, in you go. So you won't have the fuel, but it should be okay. You, however, can stay out another lap. No, we're going to have to pit you in as well. We're going to have to double stack, which is a huge risk to be taking at this point in the race. But it's a risk we're going to have to take. Both drivers are in. Slight double stack there. Not optimal. We're going to take the tyres down a notch now. So as of right now, if everyone has a really relatively bad stop, we will be 1 and 2, but I doubt it. Obviously, we're quite low down. 15th and 16th, probably about where we're supposed to be. As the track's only going to get wetter now. Until about lap 22. Which, I mean, right now we're in a double good position as a team. We've not got too long left of this rain, up until about lap 23, which is in 4 laps' time. These both sets of tyres should make it. His have 7 on at least, hers has 6. So they both should definitely make it. Van Arnen leading our team so far in P6, showing the team's pace. And there's no point pitting in for slicks, but only point pitting in for wets again. Obviously, the slicks might be a bit tempting now that the rain has stopped falling. But as you can see, it's going to start again. And possibly we're going to test Antonov with full wets. I'm going to put 10 laps of fuel, 9 laps of fuel in the car just so we can push the fuel levels. for the remainder of the race. We'll see how much longer we can go. Obviously, the wets are going to be slow right now, but I can see the wets improving over the course of this Grand Prix. As Valdez also pits for wets. Now's the time to go for wets. We're going to put to 7 laps of fuel in the car. The engine's looking a bit rough, but we're willing to risk it. It's a lot of fuel to put in the car. There's been a driving mistake by Antonov, but Antonov's still on the circuit, which is good. The tyres, we've got more than enough time and space, but also we've got more than enough fuel in these cars now. So if we can just push, see where we can get. Obviously, the rain ramps up now to be some of the wettest conditions we've had all weekend, with a lot of drivers pitting while we're going to be gaining on them, especially as they exit the pit with damage on fresh inters. Sergi's gearbox is low, but only 2 laps to go. It's worth the risk to me, but right now we're looking very good. A possible podium on the cards, but a P5 right now is great. Worn tyres, there's a lap left, there's no point boxing. It's the final lap and we've got a P5 and a P13. For starters, that's a great race, 25 points overall, and a possible to climb higher. We get 5th and 10th. What a great start to the career mode. And that may be all for this episode. I'm unsure, but I will see you guys at the screens after the race is finished. So as you can see here, we made some of the earliest shots for the non-slick tyres. We also made the earliest shots for the wets. And this wet option worked so well. Now, as we check the scrutineering, there's no chance of rule break yet because we've not been bending the rules. But here's how the points are. Right now, we got a +3 and a -5. That's not bad, but the points, 27. Well, you can't complain at, obviously. Puts us up to 5th, and I'll see you guys in the HQ area. So, after that first race, the team chairman is happy with me, which is good. Obviously, drivers are improving. Obviously, the smoothness of Vananen's driving needs to get a lot better. Otherwise, Simeon is going to have to be taken, as they've got about the same potential. But right now, as a team, we're looking quite good. Made 500,000 that race. We're going to get some developments started for next race and next episode, as we save. So now we're just going to check the pit crew, check everyone's okay. Could do with replacing you. And you seem like the best person for the job, as on average you have a decent rating of about 15 or 14s. 14s across the board is not something to look down upon. See, this is the way the pit team is looking. It's looking quite good. And now we're just going to have a look through our mail. Okay, Sergey is looking at offers. We're going to accept the interview. Perhaps it's a little early to be talking about silly season. Sergey wants out. We're going to start scouting some young drivers. Or actually, free agent drivers. Any free agent drivers who are rather young, like Nunez, Thomas and Scott, they will be done at some point in the season. And hopefully willing to join us. We're going to get one more car upgrade started. And that's going to be the gearbox. But until next time anyway, we might be able to start something else. We're going to... Is this our second gearbox? It is. It's going to be our second gearbox. But what will we take? 40 to max is looking really good. But there's no reliability ones over here. So if we just take the reliability one there, we take the 40 to max. That's going to be done 6 days before the Grand Prix. Next episode. So that's 1.1 million spent on that car parts. And right now they're working to improve the parts. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I've been Levi. You guys have been awesome. And I'll see you in the next one. click a video on screen if you would like to watch more of me. And I'll see you guys soon, hopefully. Bye-bye.